From playing in the NFL to the world of glamour, these stars proved their talent both on the field and in front of the camera. Before becoming famous actors, they were NFL players. Imagine a wrestler turned Hollywood icon or a football player who became the face of comedy. These athletes turned stars have amazed fans both in sports and entertainment. Number 1. Terry Crews. Imagine this, a big muscular guy with a smile that lights up the screen. But did you know? He wasn't always a comedy star. Terry Crews is now an actor widely recognized for his hilarious roles in Brooklyn Nine-Nine and the Expendables series, but his story began in the NFL. Born in Flint, Michigan, Crews was a standout athlete even in his school days. A football scholarship to Western Michigan University took him to the next level, where he played as a defensive end, helping his team win the 1988 Mid-American Conference Championship. Now, you might not know this, but after college, Crews was drafted by the Los Angeles Rams in 1991. And while his time in the NFL didn't bring major victories, it was still a significant chapter in his life. He went on to play for the Washington Redskins, San Diego Chargers, and Philadelphia Eagles. After 5 years in the NFL, Crews made an impressive transition to acting.
Stop thinking about how embarrassing something's going to be and decide what it is you want to do.
The big moment came when he landed a role in Everybody Hates Chris, and from there he went on to steal the show in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And let's not forget, Terry Crews isn't just a beloved actor, he's also a passionate advocate for social causes, proving that his talent shines both on and off the screen. Number 2. The Rock Johnson. Now, if there's one name that needs no introduction, it's The Rock Johnson. Before he became one of Hollywood's highest-paid actors, The Rock was tackling people on the football field. Born with a natural gift for sports, he played at the University of Miami, even helping his team secure a national championship in 1991 alongside future NFL legends like Warren Sapp. But, as life often does, injuries shortened his college career. After his brief stint with the CFL's Calgary Stampeders, it was clear that his true calling was elsewhere. Enter the world of professional wrestling, and what a show it was. The Rock quickly became one of WWE's biggest stars.
So there was a time where I was a little concerned with how I fit in.
His charisma and athleticism making him a household name. And just like that, Hollywood came knocking. His successful wrestling career paved the way for his acting career in films like Fast and Furious and Jumanji.
And coming from the world of wrestling, which is a very crazy, wild world of wrestling.
Today, Johnson's not just an actor. He's a producer, philanthropist, and above all, a hardworking, humble icon. What a journey.
And also, if I was even going to fit in. But yeah, years later, I'm very fortunate to be sitting here. Yeah.
Number 3. Bill Goldberg. When you think of Bill Goldberg, what comes to mind? A powerhouse in the WWE, right? But what many don't realize is that his journey started on the football field. Goldberg played college football at the University of Georgia and was drafted by the Los Angeles Rams in the 1990 NFL Draft. But like many, his football career didn't quite go as planned. He was cut by the Rams, but don't count him out yet. Goldberg spent a year with the World League of American Football's Sacramento Surge before finally landing a spot with the Atlanta Falcons in 1992. But life had other plans for him. Injuries may have cut his football career short, but they opened up the door to something even bigger.
This is what I try to instill in myself. I want you to follow your endeavors. Whatever your interest is, you follow it. I don't care if you win, lose, or draw.
Professional wrestling. Cue the entrance music. Goldberg became a sensation in WCW and WWE with an undefeated streak that kept fans on the edge of their seats. His wrestling fame led to appearances in films like The Longest Yard, where he played a tough guy role that was a perfect fit. Bill Goldberg's story is one of resilience, and his transition to acting has made him a true action icon. Number 4. Burt Reynolds. Now, let's take a moment to talk about Burt Reynolds, the Hollywood legend. Can you imagine a world without Smokey and the Bandit or The Longest Yard? Well, testament to the power of reinvention. His charismatic presence and undeniable talent made him a ball. Injuries cut his football career short, but Reynolds wasn't about to give up on his dreams. He turned to acting, and wow, did he make an impact? Burt Reynolds quickly became one of the biggest stars of the 1970s and 80s, starring in classics like Deliverance and The Longest Yard, where he ironically played a former football player.
I'd like to be a successful married person, but obviously not enough.
Can you feel the irony? What started as an athlete's dream morphed into a legendary acting career. Reynolds' story is a back at Cornell University, even finishing as a Heisman Trophy finalist in 1971. After being drafted by the Minnesota Vikings in Lansing, Michigan, he earned a scholarship. He played as a running back, but life threw him a curve. It almost never happened. Burt Reynolds, a cultural icon, and his Hollywood legacy lives on. Number 5. Ed Marinaro. Last but certainly not least, let's talk about Ed Marinaro, an NFL star turned actor who made his mark in both worlds. Ed Marinaro was a standout running. He had a solid 6-season career in the NFL, which included a Super Bowl appearance. Now that's what I call making it big. But football wasn't the only place Ed left his mark. After his time on the field, he transitioned smoothly into acting. Can you imagine someone going from football to TV stardom in a heartbeat?
I'm lucky. You know, I've said this before, just the fact that I left football and went to Hollywood kind of motivated me kind of to stay in good shape.
Marinaro became well known for his role in Hill Street Blues, a role that earned him critical acclaim. And yes, his football background played a huge part in bringing authenticity to his role. He also appeared in shows like Blue Mountain State, where his portrayal of a professional football bore scholarship to Florida State University, where he, not just an actor, Ed Marinaro, athlete, felt so real. Started out with dreams of playing Marinaro got involved in motivational speaking and charity work, proving that his influence extends far beyond the screen and the field. A true role model, if you ask me.